Hey, thanks for being a part of the conversation. Let's play it forward. Real people, real stories. The struggle to play it forward. Episode number 596 is with Shannon Eastin, author of the book, Lady Ref, Making Calls in a Man's World.
I'm good. Thank you, Arrow, for having me.
Being a fan of football, that puts you in there as a qualifier for an armchair quarterback. Now to go in there and actually get the rules of the game down and to know them, through muscle memory, basically, how did that go through your evolution of change?
Yeah, the most important thing, but you have to know the rules. So a lot of time spent in the rule book, reading, digesting, trying to, retain what you read. You just gotta read it again and again and again because it is important to know those rules. And that was something I focused on. One
of the things that we learn as readers inside this book is a gentleman by the name of Johnny Greer. A lot of fans don't even know who Johnny is, but he was a major part of your life.
Yeah, Johnny was amazing. Johnny took me to my pick-me-up, took me to my first Division I football game that I worked at Delaware State. Johnny was in my corner from the start. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that it probably helped me with was just discipline.
Yes.
Because the discipline I had to have.
Now those players, they could be coming right at you.
Yeah, watch them, though. They don't really have to move that fast. You just learn how to anticipate, read plays, anticipate plays, and then you can put yourself in the right position to stay out of harm's way.
The book we're talking about is Lady Ref, Making Calls in a Man's World. It's also a reference book in the way of empowering people to make personal changes in their own life. For instance, like the importance of looking good in your presence.
Yeah, field presence is something that is very important in officiating. It is something that you can be somebody that knows the rules, but if you don't have that presence on the field, knowing those rules isn't going to do you really much good at all, because that presence is something that puts everybody at ease, everybody that's around you, your fellow officials, as well as coaches.
Here's bad as the fans when it comes to talking and doing some bad talking.
Well,
you talk about those rewrites. A lot of readers don't understand that because that's your editor coming back saying, okay, good idea, maybe not so good. And you've got to be able to, re-glue those sentences and thoughts together.
Yeah, and I started with a ghostwriter, then I had a co-writer, and then once the book sold, then you go through all the editing processes. So it's a challenge.
One of the things that we're facing right now, it's fall time across the nation, and that means high school football. There's a lot of parents, especially moms, that want the perfect kid out there on that field. Not a good position, is it?
Is it?
Parents, officials have a difficult job, but parents have a difficult job as well. And I just always ask parents, just give officials a little grace, because just like your kids are learning their different stages of the game, officials are at different stages of the game. It might be their first high school game. So just show them a little grace, a little mercy.
Oh, I can't imagine being a ref out there at a high school football game because, man, it's about colleges watching your kids. And if that ref made a call, if the parent didn't agree with it, then it's a bad call, even though it was a good call.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes in parents' eyes, sometimes when you're wrong, you're right. When you're right, you're wrong. They're there and they are doing everything they can to try to help their kid be successful. So, and as officials, we want to get them to be successful as well. So we want to do our jobs and we want to be there for these kids.
Are you looking forward to AI technology getting inside the game?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for sure. All the changes that have been made are just to try to help and improve the game. So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, because, this was the year that baseball got its very first time clock when it came to pitching. I'm anxious to find out what the players really went through. Was it as bad as what the media said it would be?
I think I love baseball, and I think the pitch clock's been great. It's speeded up the game, and, people that don't like to watch baseball might maybe watch it a little bit more now because there's not so much time in between each pitch. So I think it's been great.
Yeah. So stepping away, you stepped away from reffing the games. What is it like now to have, is it a sense of freedom? Does it give you an opportunity to be more creative in other areas? Or are you a hardcore fan now? Can't break away from it?
I am in a different role now. I'm still connected to the game because of my job. I'm the director of officials for the Canyon Athletic Association. So I'm in a different role now. I'm helping I'm assigning sports officials in every sport, and then I'm training and developing sports officials as well. So I'm still very connected to the game, but just in a different role.
I think that once this book really gets into college students, there's going to be a lot of women that are going to want to ref the game, and they're going to reach out to you. Is there a website? Is there a training ground? Is there some place where they can go?
Absolutely. Reach out to me at shannoneastin.com, and I will help you in any way I can, male or female. If you want to start officiating across the country, officials are needed. There's a lack of officials. So please, if you have a desire, get involved. What
is the one valuable lesson that you picked up along the way that you still hold in your heart today?
Well, one thing I can tell you for myself personally is that I didn't have a great balance. While I was going through all this, while I was pursuing my dreams, I was all in, which is, it's great to be all in on something, but I didn't have any balance. I didn't have balance with my family, my friends, and I lost a little perspective on things in life that were more important than that ultimate goal. And try to keep a balance.
And isn't it kind of weird how we don't get that time back? It's like, oh, heck. All right, well, I did it. I have to accept it.
Absolutely. And so many of the people that were helpful and instrumental to me have passed away. And it just reminds you life can be all too short. So...
Wow. Well, you've got to come back to this show anytime in the future, Shannon. The door is always going to be open for you.
Well, thank you so much, Arrow. I truly appreciate that.
Well, be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you.